Hustle.
Empowering.
Opportunity.
Stability.
Dynamic.
Collaborative.
Receptive. Supportive. Authentic.
Family.
So here we are, 20 years in. Old enough to vote, too young to drink legally. If brokerage years are like dog years, we're 140 and still chasing deals like it's our first day. We surf the market crashes and the luxury booms, the pivot to Brooklyn, and the pivot back. We've done deals with penthouses, basements, and while listening, with the window technically open into a hallway. We were a boutique before boutique was a buzzword, before Instagram was an MLS, before agents had logos.
Built in New York City, designed for what's next.
New York tested us, and we're still standing. So Khashy and I founded the firm in 2005. He identified an opportunity in the financial district, and as his little sister, I was very excited to be part of that.
Early days of Platinum was a lot of fun. It was new, it was exciting, it was smaller, and it has its challenges, which makes it exciting.
For the first year or two, we were running around, myself included, renting apartments in the financial district, making connections and starting long-term relationships with the landlords down here, as well as building our sphere of influence through all of the renters that we worked with. Platinum remains boutique and it's intentional. There's a bureaucracy that exists at larger institutions that don't exist here. And as a boutique firm, we are nimble, we are culture-driven, and we are deeply human. And that is something that you can't replicate at scale.
Platinum means a place of consistency and a place of extremely high standards. One of family.
Family first. I know that term gets thrown around a lot, but it truly is. Ever since my second interview here, I had asked Dezireh, I want to know that I can come into your office and ask you what could be a really stupid question.
One of the reasons Platinum is so successful is by being boutique, and that's by design. If you want to talk to the executives, you just walk over to their office. When the companies are much larger, it's much more difficult to do things in a fast way. So having access to the executives, to the ownership team, makes it much easier for agents and the staff to be able to do things in a fast pace and make the right decisions at the same time.
Platinum Properties is a fantastic place to work. Everybody is supportive of one another. We collaborate a bunch. The size of the brokerage makes a difference.
When I first started at Platinum as an agent over a decade ago, I must have been my second or third deal in when a family matter came up that really required my full attention. I was also working on a really difficult deal with some demanding clients. It wasn't something I could hand over to just anybody. Not only did management step in, our president went to the closing for me, and Khashy himself did the walkthrough. I don't know where else that happens.
Working with Khashy can be fun at times. It can be frustrating, and it can be great. All of those words are applicable in terms of how it is to work with Khashy.
Being able to trust one another in a partnership is extremely important. And obviously, who can you trust more than your sibling? They have the best interests of you and them.
Back in the day when we were a much smaller firm, we sat side by side. We were about 3 feet apart. Those years were a little bit more challenging just because we're both pretty strong personalities. Khashy is on the phone a lot. He's making deals. So at times, you know, the sibling rivalry would come up when we had such close proximity to each other.
Obviously, but with siblings is also a bit challenging because when one is wrong, it's difficult to tell them they are. But the open relationship I've had with Dez has made us successful. I mean, we shared our bedroom for many years, so we became extremely close. Does that sound weird?
The reason we work well together ultimately in business is because we have different value add, but we share the same work ethic and mindset. Khashy is incredible in terms of bringing in business. So much of what the transactions that we do as a firm are coming through the relationships that he has created. I am much stronger at the operations piece.
You know, having a sibling being your partner is probably one of the best opportunities you can have. The trust that you need to have between partners, you already have it with siblings.
New York doesn't make anything easy for you, but that's kind of the point. It teaches you to stay sharp, move fast, and how to navigate chaos. And at Platinum, we've been doing that for 20 years.
Earlier this year, I stepped into the role of CEO. After 20 years of Khashy leading the firm, we felt like it was the right time for me to step into this role and oversee the growth of the residential division, while Khashy moved to the role of chairman, where he's growing and overseeing commercial. This came about because there is so much opportunity in both lines of businesses, and we felt that each area really deserved its own leader to take it to the next level.
It's extremely exciting for me. It exactly feels the same way as it did when we started doing rentals, and I had the excitement for doing apartment rentals. It's like starting over again. It's like a new company. It's also, helping to cater to our clients' needs, which makes it exciting. It makes us be, vertically integrated. So if somebody wants to rent an apartment, we can help that family. If they want to buy an apartment, we can help that family. Now, if they want to lease an office space, great. If they want to buy a commercial asset, we can. So they really don't have to go anywhere else, and it becomes a one-stop shop.
I've been with Platinum for over a decade, and I've never been more confident about where we're headed. We've spent a long time, the last 20 years, building trust, relationships, and a reputation that matters. Now we're poised to build what's next. Stay tuned.